The house is quiet. You're exhausted. But as soon as you close your eyes, your mind begins rehashing the day and planning for tomorrow. You look at the clock and start calculating how many hours of rest you have left. The worry about not sleeping begins to feel as heavy as the exhaustion itself. This represents your executive function. When active, it focuses on memory, evaluation, and problem solving, keeping the brain in a state of high alertness. To sleep, the brain must move away from logical planning toward a state where thoughts are disconnected and aimless. Dr. Luc Baudouin, a cognitive science professor, developed a tool called the cognitive shuffle to interrupt these logical processes by intentionally scrambling your thoughts. This technique requires no physical tools. You can begin the process as soon as you are in a comfortable resting position. To settle an overactive mind, we have to bypass the mechanisms that try to make sense of things, moving the brain from a state of alertness toward drifting off. As shown in Step 1, pick a neutral, multisyllabic base word. We'll use bedtime. Avoid stress-triggering words like finances, which keep the brain alert. In Step 2, focus only on the first letter of your base word. For bedtime, that's B. Think of a random word that starts with B. For example, the word broom. Hold the mental image of that broom in your mind for a few seconds. Now move to another word starting with B, like bear or boat. Visualize each one clearly before moving to the next. Keep generating and visualizing words for this letter until your mind runs blank and you can no longer think of new B words. This process forces the brain to jump between unrelated images, which prevents it from sustaining the linear narratives that fuel anxiety. Step 3 is the transition. Once you run out of B words, move to the next letter in your base word, the E in bedtime. You then start a new visualization loop. You might think of an eagle or an egg, holding each image briefly. Do not treat this as a test. If you find a specific letter difficult, simply skip it and move to the next one in your base word. In Step 4, we address intrusive thoughts. While you shuffle your words, your mind may try to return to your to-do list or other worries. If a stressful thought arrives, acknowledge it and then immediately return to your current letter to continue the shuffle. Reacting to these thoughts with frustration increases your alertness. By calmly returning to the visualization, you deny those thoughts the mental energy they need to keep you awake. Step 5 integrates your physical breathing into the mental exercise. Inhale as you think of your next randomized word. Exhale as you visualize the object in your mind. Because the act of visualization typically takes longer than simply thinking of a word, this naturally forces your exhales to be longer than your inhales. These long out-breaths signal to your nervous system that your body is in a safe state, which helps quiet the physical symptoms of anxiety. Most people find they never reach the end of their base word. The goal is not to finish the exercise, but to drift off while doing it. For those who find the mental effort of picking words too difficult, an app called My Sleep Button can automate the process by reading the words to you. This technique gives you a way to redirect an overactive mind toward the disjointed imagery that often precedes deep sleep. Sleep is not a battle to be won through willpower. Instead, it is a transition we invite by gently scrambling our thoughts until the mind can no longer maintain its daytime alertness.